This video will briefly walk you through how to complete the Burrell referral form that is in PDF. So when you pull up the email that I sent out that had the form attached, you're going to click on the form. You cannot just type into it in this format here. What you're going to need to do is you're actually going to need to go over here to the right hand side and click on download and actually put it on your desktop. And I'm not done now just because I've done this. I also have to click on the form, and notice it is opening it in a browser. Again, I can't just use it in this format. If it's clicking, when I click on it, it's orange, that is not what I need to see. So I'm going to click download again, and it's actually going to open it and let me save it in a folder. So for these purposes, I'm going to put it on my desktop. You could put it in your Google Drive or wherever you want to put it, your H drive. I'm going to put practice just so I have it here, and I'm going to save it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to exit out of this form, not use that one. I'm going to go back to my email. When I go to my desktop, I now see the form that says Practice Taney County. So now I can open it and actually type into it. See, when I click into it, it doesn't change it to orange, it keeps it blue. So I'm going to go through the different fields, and it will not let me all the fields that are in red it requires. So obviously down here at the bottom, not all these fields are required. At the top, all these fields are going to be required. So I'm going to complete the form. Okay, so once I have completed filling out the entire form, and I did want to point out a couple things. Student ID is going to be their MOSIS number. If it asks for home, and it does ask for home and cell, and some of our families may not have both a home and cell, you can put in zeros there. It will take that. And so then down here, these blue parts are optional depending on, or you're going to fill out some of them, but you may not have them all checked. And then back down here, it is red again. So I have completed my form, and I'm going to click checkbox to lock form. Then what you're going to do next is if you click on this email address up here, it pops up with, and I have already set this up, and I wish I would have recorded that part, but the first time you do this, it's going to ask you to add an email. If you click the little drop down box, add Gmail should be an option, and it's going to make you and actually maybe if I hit change preferences, no, that's going to look too weird for you. You're going to add Gmail, and it's going to have you type in your Gmail account and password. So, and then you can actually set that as your default settings. You click continue. It starts to prepare the email. Now notice there's no connection there. So I'm going to go over here and log into my content filter. Okay, so I'm going to click it again and try it one more time. If that doesn't work, that's okay. I'm going to show you what you would do instead of doing that. It appears like it did work. If you'll notice, what it does is it pulls up my email and pulls me up into draft. For whatever reason, it doesn't automatically send it, but it does prepare the email. So you'll notice here it has the attachment there, and then it has the email already built into it, so I don't have to type it. I don't have to say anything else. I actually kind of like that it brings it into the draft because you could add yourself to the email so that you have a copy of that email that it was sent. And then you're going to click send, and it will send it off. So let me go back just in case. If for some reason you cannot get this part to work, where you click and it pulls up your email and stuff, that is okay. You're not going to be able to copy and paste this email address when you have the hand there. You're going to have to go up and click the little arrow and get the selection tool. Once you have the selection tool, then you can copy the email, and you could just pull up your email, do compose, and paste the email. You could attach yourself. I'm going to say practice number 2 so they know. And then you would attach it just like you would if you were sending the old form. And there's my practice student. and then I just send it. If you have any questions as you're going through this process, don't hesitate to give me a call. It can be kind of confusing, and like I said, you may encounter some different parts. Once you do one, I think then it'll flow and be much better. But like I said, if you're not able to get this part to work, don't worry about it. But just know that if you don't download this form and you're trying to use it from your email and you haven't saved it already, then you are gonna, it isn't going to save your work. And I think that's what a couple of you have encountered. So don't hesitate to give me a call if you have any questions.